Ladies and gentlemen, organizer, thank you very much for giving me time. I start my talk with a letter presentation. This is 17. This is, you can call it Safavid Iran. This is before 1712. As you can see, between Balochistan and Iran or Persia, there is another state, used to be. Laristan they used to call it. And then Shah Abbas Safawi invaded that state in, I believe, in roughly 15 something. And then that's where the two brothers, very famous brother, Anthony Shirley and Robert Shirley, they acted as a British ambassador as well as the Shah Abbas ambassador at that time of this month. There is a date on it. I believe this is 1729, something like that.
24.
20. Well, that's again. There is another map. It is come to like this is 19th century Iran. This is before 1872 or 73. This is Iran. As you can see, that's the Jask, or they used to call it independent government of the Jask, which is Barkat. He was the last ruler of the Jask, independent Jask, and he had a separate treaty with the British. Although when the British, Portuguese, was dominant power in Gulf state, the Jask was under the protection of the British Indian Company. Where the British Indian Company established itself. I will not go too much to the history. This is, I will come to the real issues and about. There are some graphic pictures. They are horrible to look at. But that is what is Iran is about. This is about what we call it, as sometimes we using this word, people don't like it, the Shia rule. It is not sectarian, nothing to do with the religion, but this is how, when the religion rule, if you are not with us, as George Bush said, you are against us. If you are not a believer, then you are kafir. You are condemned to death. Doesn't matter if it's, as long as you're not right, say. So this is a justice in Iran. How the justice carried out. What I was talking last night to the friend, this is called suppressive justice. When we're talking about the justice in Iran, this is how, when we're talking about the Iranian, the Baloch, the justice, this is how they humiliated. So many people in here may ask, why that most secular Baloch, or Balochistan, a struggle in Western Balochistan, resulted to a suicide bomber. It's happened. But to be honest, this is a justice. This is they're facing over there. This is a famous Hamid Rigi. Everybody, I believe, they have seen this guy in Iranian TV. He was a display for more than years. He was arrested in Quetta. It had nothing to do with Jandallah. And Jandallah denied that he's not our guy, and they kicked him out of the organization. And he went in Pakistan and then Pakistani Musharraf forces arrested him and handed over to the Iranian. That's what end up. This is a justice. Although if is anybody committed any crime against the state or against any other but this is a justice. When you're talking about the justice, this is a justice. This is another way of justice. This is what you call this. This is a what is going here? Okay, so let's.
Like construction using human.
Yeah, this is supposed to construct the country.
Yeah.
This is crane.
Using human.
This is supposed to build Balochistan, but this is in the crane have many use. I have written at the time. So the crane have many use, and in Iran they use it best, hang people and reduce population. And this is not to worry about the housing and all this thing. And so many people worry about the population growing so fast. So this is another way of justice. This is how justice is done. And then the young fellow, he not going dying without fight. He's going to fight to death. So, but he unfortunately losing a losing battle. I mean, those people who survive the hanging, that's what will happen to them. This is when the guy survived the hanging, all this thing. With this, if you allow me to read a statement about what I have been saying, is take no longer, just to take a few minutes. So we say each person put himself and all his power in common under the direction of the common will in common capacity. The community members receive each other member as indivisible part of whole community. This community cooperate, create a moral and collective body, and receive from common unity is common identity, not the fixed identity. Common identity by cooperating with each other. The Baloch have acquired identity and ethno-consciousness before the formation of the nationalism doctrine. They have been a self-defined ethno-culture through the history, even if they did not have the required sense of social and political solidarity to assert themselves as a nation as it is understood in today's world. The Baloch and the Iranian rule. The modern state must try to maintain security as well as individual dignity and protect individual property and liberty. The state should create a condition in which profitable capital accumulation is possible. The state must provide free education and create and maintain social harmony. The people of the Western Balochistan are ethnically Baloch, religiously Sunni. Iran is a Shia majority state. The Iranian invaded Balochistan in 1927-28. Iranian government has openly used coercive force to subjugate Baloch nation. The dignity, property, and the Baloch life is not safe in the Iranian state. Assassination, summary justice, Shia judges, social stigma, collective humiliation, hanging people in group in a public square, and arrogant Persian elite are driving Baloch into desperate situation. The Iranian theocratic regime hanged 11 young Baloch on Sunday, 19/12/2010. These young men were victims of revenge killing by the state in order to satisfy mobs soon after a bomb blast in a coastal city of Chabahar. The Baloch do not speak the state's language. Publication and education in Balochi language is prohibited by a state, even in private education. The Baloch cultural activity is either prohibited or confined to one's home. The employability, security, and self-respect of individuals hang on their education. The Iranian has deprived Baloch from education. Instead of literacy, the state indoctrinated theory of jihad and the Persian map-making policy are taught in a school. The Baloch religion is different from the Persian. Baloch are discriminated on basis of their religious as well as cultural belief. Most Iranian cities lack worship places for Sunni Muslim. The Baloch have remained at the bottom of the social hierarchy. There is no hope inside. We believe that no nation or state arrive by divine order. The Baloch people desire for self-respect, personal worth, and human dignity, equality, and human desire for independence. There is no conscious individual who does not desire the benefit of the equality and joy of freedom. The Iranians have denied the Baloch all of the above. An independent Balochistan could play host to modern capital economy. It possesses a large young population with a drive to work, natural resources in abundance, as well as a commercial route to Central Asia, which is Manil was talking about. The independent Balochistan will ensure a large market for trade and investment. The Baloch territory possesses its own natural resources in sufficient quantity. It could sustain Baloch people population and transfer the state into manufacturing and developed area of the world. Baloch can meet economical and political criteria that can furnish a stable territorial state, and mass education has a central role to play in the security and stability in geopolitics. I'm not going to do all these things that friends are waiting. I just go to my conclusion. The economically interdependent world cannot function unless people respect diversity and build unity through the common bond of the humanity. The demand for independent Balochistan no longer can be ignored by any state or by international community. Confrontation, our quest for independent Balochistan is likely to grow unless Iranian and Pakistani elites suspend their inherent right to colonization and accommodate independent Balochistan. Balochistan is big and important. Baloch are here to stay. Independent Balochistan will contribute to the world peace and security. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mehrab. Thank you very much. Okay, now I would like to invite Mr. Malik Suraj. Malik Suraj Akbar is a renowned Baloch journalist, and we are glad to have him here. He is the editor of online newspaper The Baloch Hall, and he is a Hubert Humphrey Fellow at Arizona State University. That's where he came from.